Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the Glee Project. Tonight's host is Pat Lambert. Joining Pat will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Caitlin Cutler and Tamara Berg. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip about the Glee Project. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Pat Lambert.
From my Gaga Glee Project, Oxygen Channel. Thank you, hello! Welcome to the Glee Project, AfterBuzz TV. I'm Pat Lambert, your host, and here with me tonight are Tammy and John.
Yay!
I'm filling in for Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin is not here. So that was a lie in the start.
It was.
Amazing episode on the Glee Project today.
Loved
Yes.
it.
The only thing that was missing was me as the 12th competitor.
Yes,
but
why were you?
we're gonna get there. You know, I was busy with you all. So a quick recap of what went down.
Yes.
This is the second episode.
Yes.
Our first week we cut Bryce.
Yep.
Cute,
Yes.
cute, ambiguously ethnic man.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Cuban, black, couldn't really tell, loved
Yeah.
it. Sorry, went home. This episode, the theme is theatricality,
Yes.
whatever that may mean. We open it up with a homework assignment with a Lady Gaga performance that they performed for a special guest. We'll talk about who that was. What we thought about that. From there, one is chosen to be the star of a music video that they're going to put on.
Yeah.
To Twisted Sister's Not Gonna Take It.
Yep.
The winner is Alex. We'll talk about our opinions there. From there, they choose their bottom 3 from that music video. The bottom 3, we're going to disclaim it. They are out. It's Ellis, who had been in the bottom 3 the week before.
Yes. She's consistent.
Mateus, who qualifies
Who was
as
the winner of homework last week?
there. Like, that
Yeah.
shows the kind of craziness
It's
of
an
the show.
up and down
Pew,
business.
pew, as you would say. And then, who's the...
McKinley.
McKinley, who... is as interesting as dry toast. But we're going to go there. So to start the homework assignment, we walk in and the kids have to reenact Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. Yeah. Opinions go. Bam!
I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic number. I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
There it is.
God in a bad romance. I know all the choreography to this. I mean, if I
course you
had
do.
been there.
Yeah.
Rat bastards.
I think
What do you
I would have enjoyed you performing it more than I actually enjoyed the song.
Key changes, it would have been crazy. But, all right, take it down. Jessica, calm down.
What's your bad romance?
I get it. Jesse, our DJ Jesse, he has a crush on me. It's, it's a whole saga. All right, so they all are super excited, especially Lindsay, who I can't stand. I think she's the most annoying little vocal.
Are we taking a vote? Because I'm going to second that.
You don't like her either.
No, my
Tammy.
God.
I'm hot and cold on Lindsay.
This is not a Katy Perry
There's
thing.
a lot of times
You can't be one or the other.
I just kind of want to hate her, but then she
Then
pulls
she
out a
sings.
really beautiful piece. Yeah.
She's a beautiful
care.
singer, but
Yeah.
she's just a cocky. I mean,
I
like
don't
cocky little
care.
mouth.
I don't
but
care if
she's
she
not
can
as
sing
bad
well.
as Emily. We really.
I find
See,
her repellent. I see her and I do
find her
not want to watch
repellent.
her.
But
Yes.
that's the thing. Like, we are currently, when you're watching the show, you're buying into people that you're going to buy into the series.
True. Yeah.
So if you're dislikable on this
Right.
show, I'm not gonna like you.
Because
No
here's the
matter
thing,
what your
there are
character
plenty
is.
of bad characters on TV that you'll watch
Yeah.
because you can't wait to see what they're going to
Because
do.
they're a character or
These are
something.
not them. These are not.
Right.
These are people. I don't want to see this person. I don't
She's
want to follow her
talented as all
story.
hell,
Yeah,
but
I don't care anything about
she's
her.
cocky. She's ego-y.
Yeah, and I don't see
She-
why yet. She doesn't have anything. I don't find it that
Because
interesting.
her in this thing, she comes in and she decides to teach everyone what the
How to be,
episode,
yes.
the episode about theatricality was
my
about how
God.
to be theatrical with grandeur. And Emily, the little Latina from New York,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, Hell
you
no.
didn't.
But they're like
And
two
you
peas
know,
in a pod, if you ask
They
me.
literally,
They're very
they're the two most annoying. They're the
exactly,
two most annoying
which is
people.
why they hate each other. I think they know.
But
that.
you know,
One still say they shine.
Emily is Mercedes, only not as good and
Emily
not as
is
interesting.
the real life Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, just bye bye,
I love
Emily.
that.
That's it. Just bye bye.
Thing is, Emily's very talented, but she's got bad attitude.
Yeah, terrible
You know?
attitude.
But I
And
almost
2
like it
weeks-
because she would be the bitchy girl at school.
Yeah, but
They
they've
already got one.
They already got one.
They already got a
exactly.
lesbian.
Exactly. And the thing is
Character
that
depth.
2 weeks in a row they've been talking about attitude. That's what got somebody off.
Yep.
You know,
I don't
kicked
know
off
why
the
you
show.
would ever, in those interviews, talk poorly about another competitor.
No.
And it was Lindsay who's the first one out of the whole series to drop. Whoa, whoa!
What's the vodka?
To drop the word competition. She goes, it hasn't felt like a competition yet. You know, I go in there and I vocally impress them
Because she
every
hasn't
week.
stabbed anybody yet.
And I'm
That's
like,
impressive.
I know, it's like, this isn't the casting call.
No.
But she's
Which is a
annoying.
competition.
She's annoying. You know, like own your talent and be poised and humble.
And
about
the
it.
other thing is, I think they're forgetting. Yes, it's a competition. You got to get through this to actually get on the show, but it's a show. They're not going to want to work with somebody who they find vile.
Exactly.
They're just. I mean, it's too, you put in too many hours to have to deal
Especially
with that
to think,
nonsense.
I mean, if you're joining a cast who now all the cast members are
Yeah.
internationally famous.
Yep.
You know, they're huge.
Yep.
And they're already in
Yeah.
it, and you're coming into that space. You'd want to kind of be humble,
Yeah.
pay your reparations, you know, kind of like ease your way in. And some of these
Yes.
people with their attitudes, it's one thing to have attitude and it be Sasha Fierce Beyonce to walk in the room.
Yep.
It's another when you're walking in the room and everyone's being like, you're not
Go
you're not
out.
invited. You know,
Yeah.
go,
You're not in the club.
This is a turntable. Turn
Right,
around.
exactly.
You're not in the club.
You can't
as
ruin the
Jamie
room.
says.
Don't ruin the room.
But anyway, so they get to their performance. They practice, and the special guest of the week. Who is it? Idina Menzel! Defying gravity. That would not be my audition
Okay,
song.
I
Too
found
vocally
her presence the most interesting thing about
She's
the
amazing.
performance. But because I
Tell us
didn't.
more.
Well, I didn't.
It's her cheekbones.
It's her
That's
cheek-
what
she's
it was.
terrific.
You
They
have
are
similar
compelling.
cheekbones.
I have to
That's
admit,
why.
I have to
They
admit.
are compelling.
compelling.
cheekbones.
They are absolutely.
You could build
they could fly.
houses in between
Her
the cheekbones. And
her cheekbones defy gravity.
Her
I mean,
chin line
they're
could,
so high up in the air. But I was more interested in looking at her and listening to her than anybody who was singing. I have to tell you.
Wait, a quick moment. Oh, God. It's time to try to find.
I'm an alto.
Every
sorry.
gay teenager in the
I
world.
can't do anything.
What's this from?
What is this from? Leave the room!
He's kidding.
He's kidding. Thank God. This was me, like on my bus to high school, like in the back seat, singing to myself. Vinny. Oh God. Oh, I felt like I could dye myself green. But anyways, Idina Menzel. The
Yeah.
opportunity to meet Idina Menzel
Wow, yeah.
changes a lot.
And I'm assuming every one of them knew her.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course they
So
did.
you
was
obviously want to
a
impress her.
Hannah
Okay.
was having
I mean-
palpitations and things like that.
Hannah,
which is so
I know.
adorable, I thought, actually.
But Idina Menzel, I mean, Tony Award winner, film, television.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Glee.
a huge opportunity. Sing your heart out. So
Yeah.
who sang their heart out the best? They put on their Bad Romance performance, which I also thought was weird because I couldn't figure out if it was a pre-recorded.
yeah, we talked
It
about
didn't.
that.
I didn't know either they were boom micing it or something, but I
Yeah.
couldn't understand the quality of the sound and then how it matched up. It didn't look like they were singing it live. No? Is that
Yeah.
just,
No,
is that
no,
just me?
I-
I was
I-
confused.
She noticed
yeah,
the same
the
thing.
sound quality kind of bothered me because,
Yeah.
like you say, I think it seemed like it was a boom mic, maybe, but there was something off-putting about it for sure.
I was confused.
Yeah.
I was off put by they were just trying too hard.
I
for
love
me.
that
It's
though, because
just-
that's what I
oh.
would do if I were in that room
It was-
and the
I was
lights
going,
were on
"All
and
right,
Idina
take it
Menzel's in
down a
front of
notch."
you. I would be like, bitches, get out the way. You know, like,
That part I don't mind. That part I just thought they were screaming rather than singing. And I
Well,
thought
at
you
some
were
point,
trying
somebody
so
Well,
brought
friggin'
that up.
hard.
Was
Let's go
it
through.
she? Was it Idina Menzel who said something about
But
it's not, or maybe it was Nikki, the vocal coach. Somebody saying it's not just about singing loud.
Yes, and the other thing
Right.
they said is,
Loudly.
look, with theatricality, and this is what she said, Idina. Did I get her name? Okay,
Idina.
did I get her name?
I'm sorry. I
Did
know
you get
her.
the door?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, we have
sorry.
an,
Sorry.
we have an Idina in our lives.
Yeah,
and
so-
it's a
Oh,
little-
okay, I
it's a little-
understand.
She's
All right.
back. Oh my
Forgivable.
God, I had a heart attack.
Okay.
But she said theatricality is about bringing your authentic self to this, and what was driving me crazy is that they
They're
all
pushing.
were pushing.
They're
It's like,
pushing
where's
so
your
hard.
authentic self? You're pushing so hard that I can't see you.
Except for the winner, Alex, who just walked up and had the presence. That was Alex.
yeah,
you know?
that's true. I mean,
So-
He didn't,
absolutely.
need, he didn't need to upstage people like Emily's like doing weird dips and she
It's like,
flipped her
what the
hair.
hell?
She did
It's like-
weird crawly things with her hands. And I was like,
Yeah.
you're trying too hard.
They were
Yeah.
doing exactly what they told them not to do. Theatricality is over
Right.
the top. Most people
And
think
Alex-
theatricality is over the top.
Alex went over the top vocally, changed
Right.
the key. What mountain was he on top
Yeah,
of?
but
singing?
that's who he is.
Amazing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's who he
Amazing.
is.
Yeah.
What a
So
range.
That's what I was like.
All right, so
know,
let's go
he's
through the people
incredible.
who sang so that we can critique, because this is the only part that we get to see them really perform that in the music video.
Yep.
And then
Right.
you get your special time with the losers. I mean, not the losers. We're going to have one on
Yeah,
next week.
contenders.
Bryce, I can't wait to see.
Last chancers.
Last chancers. So who do we have? First up was,
Oh God.
oh,
it
just
was
choose
know
somebody.
what
Choose
order
somebody.
it was. Okay.
Hannah, I'm in love
Hannah.
with.
Hannah. Yeah.
Redhead Hannah.
Yeah.
You know, I love me my big girls.
Yeah.
And they already have Ashley Fink
I
on the
didn't
show.
know that, but okay.
But you know, I love my big girls.
Okay,
I'm just
alright.
saying, they come with
Okay.
attitude. I think Hannah's great. I love
do
her
too.
character. I wonder how it'll do on television. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially because there's already.
We already have a
I don't
big
want to
girl.
typecast her, but like, there's already a big
There
girl
is
on
a
there
big
who's
girl.
got
Yeah,
attitude.
Yeah, but these people have to graduate
I
at some
wanna
point.
chime
They
in.
move. What's
Yeah?
that? What's that?
Have any of you guys heard the rumor that they're trying to take this Glee project thing and integrate them to get rid of the cast?
That's exactly what they're doing.
That is what they do.
Because
Yeah.
in the midway break in season 1, when they took like 12 weeks or something to
forever
write the show,
off, yeah.
and everyone was like, "What happened to the show?" Ryan Murphy announced, because people were like, where is this going to go? High school only lasts 4 years, and this is not going to last in 12 different colleges. He was saying that if the series is going to continue because it was a success that they didn't expect, that they're going to graduate characters in.
Yeah, they're
So
gonna
it's
have to
kind of
do.
like they'll integrate freshmen and sophomores and transfer students, and
And
which will be, I wonder, because that would be the first show of its kind to do that
yeah,
Yeah.
if it succeeds.
Yeah.
unless you're.
And it's a hard
Do you
thing
think
to do. It's
and
a
that's,
really hard thing
That's
to
what
do.
I wonder. I wonder if the Glee project as a reality show, which I love,
That's what-
is
yeah.
hitting the iron too hot too early.
Well, I don't know, but here's two things. One, what's great about the Glee project is you're going to have a built-in fan base for whoever
Oh, yeah.
wins. I'm sure they're who's tracking.
That's
who's
what they're trying
training,
to
yeah.
do, you know?
So whoever's
Cameras.
doing great, and they're going to bring them in. They've already got somebody built in who people like, so they don't have to
Right,
worry
so
about
they
that.
don't have to
so
come
it's a
in so
test
cold.
ground.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to win the audience
And
over.
I mean, it's also a huge moneymaker.
Of course.
You have another series while they're touring
Yeah,
across
exactly.
America. You're also having
And-
another reality series. Like, what branding?
Yeah, and the
Fox.
other part of
Fox
this,
of the
in
win.
terms of reality, is I have this show. These people who are now stars are going to come on. Now, guess what? I don't have to deal with their bull crap, because if any of them decides they want to get too big for their britches, I have a whole farm
I have a
system.
whole farm.
I have
farm. It's literally a
40,000
plantation.
That's it.
people standing
Which is
in
what I
line to
like
take your
and
job.
don't like about it.
Yeah.
You know? But
Well,
I
I
of course
also
love
want
the
to
show.
ask. We had writer Ian Brennan, who writes for Glee.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
He also said that the next season is going to be the first season in which they're going to kind of stop writing and they're bringing a writing team in. So do you think the writing,
Which
the
is
new
what needed
writing
to
team,
happen.
new characters being added, all this new?
Well, they
Yeah.
Do you
need.
think it's a little too much?
No.
all
I
at
think that's
once?
television. I think they need
Yeah.
a new infrastructure.
Well,
because
he said it many. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you please, Adina, or whatever your
Right,
name might
thank
be.
you. But Ryan was actually saying on this episode, I need to be inspired by you to write, and I think these writers need to have that. They need
Yeah.
to have that
Fresh,
grist
the
for the mill.
fresh.
They
And you
need to
can-
have. I don't want to write for somebody I can't write
And you
for.
can
It's
tell
so
from the
hard to do
show
this.
that the show that they wrote a brilliant pilot. And what was floating them through was good characters and was very funny wit, like great
Yeah.
witty lines,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
amazing
yeah.
phrases,
Brilliant,
and a million
brilliant.
things that become hashtag
Layers,
Twitter. So you
layers,
know
layers,
layers.
yeah.
And then you could see in season 1 into season 2 that every episode is struggling to be like, where are we gonna go next?
Exactly, because how many
we need
stories can you
viticulture.
tell?
We need they're gonna kiss and then they're gonna kiss and then they're gonna become lesbians and this one's gonna
Yeah,
give birth to a
exactly.
goat. You know, like they're just
much easier to bring new blood in.
you can kind of
new
feel the
characters
frantic
in,
of
then
it,
yeah,
you know.
can find
and they
more
need
things to say.
an infrastructure of new writers.
Well, and just
it'll be
kind of
what the tone of those writers does to the show.
And again, kind of speaking to that with the whole farm system being in
Yeah.
place for new characters, interesting because they're going to end up with ostensibly one person out of this. That's what they say they're going to do.
Yep.
Is one person at the end of the Glee
There's
project.
multiple who are
There's-
great.
There are at least 5 of those kids who could easily move right in.
At the end, I want to go through and choose who
We're
we
gonna make
think
up-
actually, because I know I have a writing background, and I was watching this, and there's certain people that you can see as characters right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could create whole. I mean, I know that I've already created what my story would be when they cast me.
Right.
I come in as the class president who has an alcohol problem. It's, if there's a whole structure and I know what songs I'm going to sing, catch as we are who we are, and then I'm sorry, I'm going down the diatribe.
No, go ahead.
But I mean, like that'll be, and then I'll sing Real Big Fish, drunk again. It'll be my scene. I'll cry. I'll win an Emmy. It'll be great.
It's beautiful.
So, Ian Brennan, when you come back, there you go. I shall sing you Adina, or Adina, whatever her name is, John. So
Yeah,
back to
whatever.
it. So
Alphaba, that's
Hannah
all
we
right.
love. She was great. I don't remember her in Lady Gaga's performance, hence why she did not make the top.
Yeah.
Other one that was forgettable, the beautiful girl.
McKinley?
McKinley.
No. Beautiful red
Oh,
hair.
Marissa.
Marissa.
Beautiful girl. Totally forgettable in this
Yeah,
one.
she is. Yeah.
She had that last line, and you can tell that other people are much more vocally
And then
impressive.
she choked.
But she's the prettiest out of them all. I don't think she choked.
No,
just
she actually
wasn't-
physically put her hands up to her throat.
Oh,
and
she
choked.
did. She did actually choke herself.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes.
So
Which
there's
looks really
two.
weird.
Yeah,
when
it
she
was
did
odd. It was like, what the what?
Okay, so
Damien.
Damien. Oh, yeah, Damien.
Oh, Damien,
sure.
the Irish.
Damien the Irish.
Mm-hmm.
He's adorable.
Yes.
Do I
is.
think he's a good enough singer? No. I think he's a good singer, but this is
And
Glee,
he's not
you
a
know, like,
dancer at all.
He's not
so-
a dancer.
Poor guy. But he could
Yeah,
just,
but
he could just
He
stand
could
up there
play
and
a
talk.
character, but like I think to me, I think it's like a big offense when someone is going to be going for this show. Not a big offense, like it's their fault, but you have to have some either dance ability or some kind of prowess in it. You can be a bad dancer, but like Cameron, awful dancer.
Yeah, exactly.
Filled
That's what
the
I was gonna bring
stage
up
with
next,
being a
yeah.
bad dancer, and that's how you do it. You have to have some kind of swagger to you. I think people who with two left feet, I can understand struggling through choreography, but you have to have some natural beat. So Damien, love him to death. That's going to be his issue, and he's going to be sandbagged by it, and he's going to be gone.
He is. He'll
my
be
opinion.
gone, yeah.
Unless there's a
Already
part.
in production. Sorry.
Unless there's a part for someone just to talk.
As
Yeah,
an
that's
actor,
what- yeah.
see, an actor, I
have
think
him
he
talk.
could be an amazing character. That's one person I see a natural.
But you'd have to have
character
subtitles.
And I like the Irish rap. Have him do the Irish
He's
rap.
funny. He's cute. He's endearing.
a
Irish
little.
people love Irish.
What would have to say?
Ah! You should be on the show, John. John's an actor
Oh,
too.
for crying out loud, no, there we couldn't put that in town.
My next door neighbor was
Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
from Ireland. Never understood a single word she said.
Oh, yeah.
Kitty Hayes, if you're listening out there, you probably can't understand me, as I couldn't
Oh,
understand you. So Damien, love Damien. 3 down. Ellis, we'll get to her, but she did well.
Yeah, she was fine.
She was an awkward little child.
Yeah.
Speaking of awkward little child, Mateus. Great singer. I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but he just makes me uncomfortable.
Really?
I mean, I'm not saying I have something wrong and get like anything wrong.
You like your big
I think
girls.
it's the braces, the bad hair.
You like
the-
your big girls. You don't like your little boys.
I don't, well, maybe that's a good thing. The good thing I'm not in the church.
But he is also a little awkward. You know,
There's
I mean,
awkward endearing and there's awkward makes
Yeah,
you
but he
feel
doesn't embrace
awkward.
it. He's awkward.
and that's what they.
He's just awkward.
They
Exactly.
talked
And
about
they
it.
want, just look, if you're going to be that, just be it.
Because there are people, exactly. If you're
Don't fight it.
awkward,
Don't
you
go
can,
against it.
Cameron, other than his
Yeah.
beauty, is awkward, you know, but it's
He's
endearing.
beautiful.
Okay,
I
let's
just
not. Jonathan.
love him. I love him.
Let's get to Cameron.
Okay,
No, Cameron.
when you get to Cameron, because
yeah.
you guys are
John,
going
yeah?
crazy over this Cameron
I
guy.
love Cameron.
And
Cameron,
I think he's nice.
I think we'll take it to the top.
What the-
I think we'll get to the
I do
top.
too.
Because,
I think
because he is a fan.
Help me out here.
No.
Jess.
12-year-old girls run this nation. We know that. They are the one they buy everything from tampons they can't use.
Okay,
yet
but
to
here's what I don't
CDs.
get. He's not even boy band pretty. What is
No, he's not.
He's pretty.
He's
what?
charming.
He's what?
Charming.
He's-
He's got great hair. He's
His
such,
voice is surprising too. That's the thing about
His
him.
voice is- great
like, He
voice,
sings, and I'm like,
beautiful tone.
what? That came out of you? It
You saw
doesn't-
him
it doesn't-
marry him. He's ambiguous. Like, is he gay? Is he straight? I mean, he's straight.
Yeah,
but, like,
I
looks
didn't
so
read any
gay.
of that. I just found
John,
seems like a regular, normal
John,
guy.
that's okay.
Nothing.
You're not
You think he's a regular, normal guy?
I didn't see nothing interesting about the
You're
guy.
not a 12-year-old
his
girl
pants are
like
as
we
tight.
are.
His pants are as tight as a ballet. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
That was great, Patrick. Thank you. Thank you for that brilliant analysis. Cameron's adorable though. He's got great skin. He's got nice hair. I'm sorry, we're gonna go down there.
Okay, go ahead.
I think girls are gonna fall in love with him, and
Oh my
not
God.
just girls, but you know, some of the,
All right.
clearly there's a lot of gay kids watching this show.
Obviously.
But I think he's a heart.
he's endearing.
And
He's
out of the
incredibly
other
endearing.
cute boys that are on the show, totally different.
Yeah.
I
know?
thought he to me,
Cord
he's
Overstreet's
just-
a little beefy. Corey.
Right.
Cory Monteith is the size of a Range Rover.
Yes.
Puck.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he's very different from all of them.
He's
And
very
not-
different. He's skinny and cute. He looks like a Milan.
kind of like fish
Model.
mouth to me though.
That's what I
That's
was just
what's
gonna say,
cool.
but he's not. He's
That's
not.
what's cool.
That's what's cool. It's cool to be weird.
But you're saying
looking,
he's
you know?
not like anybody else on there, and he's kind of.
He's
like,
not like anybody else on there. He's cute. I'm not
I
saying
remember
they're
his
not cute.
name. Blonde
Cameron.
Bieber on Glee.
Yeah, fish mouth.
Fishmouth.
Cord Overstreet.
Cord
Sam.
Overstreet. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Fishmouth. He's so cute, but he's very. He was
He's
the
very
one that
different.
they're similar.
No,
Very
Cord
different than
Overstreet.
Cameron?
Cord Overstreet
If
is
Cameron didn't have this look, he wouldn't. It's his voice is not floating him by. It's his awkward thing that he's adorable about, and he's cute. He's
and
gonna.
Cord
he's gonna fly.
Overstreet is pretty.
Cord Overstreet's pretty.
He's not cute. He's pretty.
and he can fit a car inside of his mouth.
He's pretty.
Which
Even
is
with
a
the
talent.
fish mouth, he's pretty.
Oh yeah.
I
he's
think
pretty.
it looks more like a lion.
He's pretty. So it's a different category.
So there's
so in the
there's
wrong
that
show.
one. McKinley.
McKinley.
Anyone remember McKinley? Me
McKinley.
neither. Moving on.
She's the
what'd you call her?
gorgeous,
Dry
gorgeous
toast.
gal, yeah.
She's
No,
dry toast.
very pretty.
She's totally
You
cute.
didn't call her.
Thing is,
dry
she's
toast.
not.
called her dry toast.
She's got
called
no.
her
She's
dry
got a pretty
toast?
face. I called her dry toast.
Okay. I
I
thought
think she's
you
got a
called
pretty
Lindsay
face and
that.
she's got a good voice. But you know what? In the recording session, we're jumping around. In the recording session, it was exactly what the vocal coach said.
Nikki?
Is that she doesn't innovate what's there. Like Janis Joplin, we'll talk about what song she sang at the end.
Right.
It didn't sound. The show is about being individual, and I think the reason Janis Joplin succeeded was she was a sound that people weren't used to.
Yep.
Or found very different. She's not different. She's talented and she's pretty.
Yep.
But that's not enough.
Right.
You know,
There's
you
no
may be
doubt.
more
Well,
talented
it's
than another
almost
person.
in a sense, it's almost a detriment. I mean, you have to be
It is.
not pretty.
Yeah,
I look at this
almost.
group, and I
Oh,
don't really
she-
think they're pretty
Right.
in a traditional
true,
sense. In a
that's true.
In a
traditional
traditional
sense,
sense,
that's what I'm
which is
saying.
great.
Yeah, they want you to be completely unique and different.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
have
they're
to be
looking for.
different
Yeah.
because if you're not, you're bland.
And
she's
got to find
falling-
what's
and I'm
unique
sure she
about
has-
her and
I'm sure she
express
has a
that
lot of
because I don't
character.
think she's come up with that.
And you know, I have to
She's
disclaim if
concentrated too
any of
much on
them
her
are
talent.
listening, I think you're all wonderful and talented. I want
they're
to be in
incredible.
your shoes. I could wear your shoes plus the heels and do it better than you. I'm just saying. But so McKinley, forgettable. Who else? Samuel. I didn't like this kid the first episode. I'm in love with him now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Tim, you're
All
like,
right,
what?
I was like,
Surprise?
that's
Again,
all
I'm
right.
going. What? Again, I don't see
You don't
that.
like Samuel?
It's not that I don't
I think
like
he
him. I
vocally-
don't see what the big deal is about him. You were saying that he's seriously.
What
I'm
was I
going.
saying?
Look, you said he's great looking, or you said something about him. He has a great.
Well, he's
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 totally
got a
alternative.
totally
He's-
different look.
Yeah.
From everybody else. And
In the-
they've
the
already
structure
said
of
it. He's
his
a little
face
Lenny
is
Kravitz. He's a little, I can't remember the other
Bohemian.
one.
He looks
Yeah.
like he's on like St. Mark Street in New York. You know,
and
smoking weed in
I
high
don't find
school,
that
like that kind of character.
Interesting.
What the hell, John?
I didn't. I'm
How
not,
do you
I'm
know?
not a big
Who did you
fan.
find interesting out of the
who-
crew?
I
was
told you I found nobody. The person I
Nobody
found
interesting.
interesting was AlphaBuzz.
was Alpha.
was Alpha.
So out of all of these people that they've gone through 40,000, and the
Yeah.
casting director
And there
found
isn't one that you
11 that John is not happy with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This. I come to the show and I'm going, yeah, this guy obviously he knows what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
put together a great cast and all that other stuff. But I'm looking at the 12 and going, why these 12? I'm going, of all these, this is who you pick. You had 30,000 people and this is it. This is the 12 people. Really?
What?
But here's the thing.
Who did you vote for president?
But listen,
Probably nothing makes you
but
happy
here's the thing that
enough.
I
What'd you have
find
for breakfast?
interesting.
Was it good?
Dry
no,
toast.
nothing's good to you.
What I find
Nothing's
interesting
good
is
enough.
they're obviously looking for something other than what I would consider
What they
your
have or
traditional
what- yeah.
talent. And I look at these people and I just go, yeah, I don't find anything totally unique about any of them. To me, they just look like run of the mill kind of.
Well, can I ask you this? Well, who's your favorite character on Glee, the show? Or can you
Yeah.
name?
I've never seen it.
You lie.
I was like, you're not American. You don't live in this country. Everyone's in Glee.
Well, of the students
You gonna
or of
stutter?
the staff?
Students.
Students.
Oh, is this so hard, John?
Interesting.
Wow. I guess they're all
we need
so
to come back
boring.
to
What an
you?
awful show. It pulls in 11 million viewers for a 30-second teaser. It's probably. Yeah, John?
Not,
Is it Idina favorite? Yeah.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay.
All right, so Tammy, to the people who
Okay.
care about the
Well, wait a
world,
minute. Do you have a favorite?
Absolutely.
Well, which one?
Pat Lambert. He's just not cast yet. Ha! Zing zing. My favorite is Chris Colfer, mostly because he stole my role. But love Amber Riley, and oddly enough, I mean, I love Heather Morris, Brittany.
Yeah.
she's the
my
star.
most
She's the fun
favorite.
because she's got the best lines.
She does.
Amber Riley's the best singer. Love it. Love it all.
Amber Riley's best
Okay,
friend?
so anyway, we didn't
Absolutely.
finish talking about Alex in the Alex, Emily, and Lizzie. Those are the three we haven't
Okay.
talked about. Emily.
Emily.
Oh my God.
Emily was like a
Another-
tranny mess. She reminds me of like what's that character in the drag movie with Patrick Swayze, Chi-Chi.
yeah.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Whatever how you say his name.
Jimmy Dean.
Is it wrong that she
Come back
reminds
to
me
the
of that
Five and Dime
character?
Come back to the
It's
Five
not
and
that.
Dime Jimmy
It's
Dean.
not that.
That's not that one?
That's not it.
Tu Wong Fu.
Tu Wong Fu.
Thanks for everything.
Thank
Tu
you.
Tu
Wong
Wong Fu with
Thank
the
you.
win. Tu
Thank
Wong
you,
Fu with the
Jesse.
win. But that's who she reminds
She
me
reminds you of a drag queen?
She reminds me of a drag queen because she's got a lot of attitude,
Well,
the
she actually
Latina
called
attitude.
herself that. She said she
looks
was
like
Rosie
that.
Perez and John
Exactly.
Leguizamo in drag.
That's
yeah.
why I knew.
Yeah.
That's why I knew.
Yeah. I'm not going to name because
Again, this
she
is
might
another
find
person-
out, but I went to college with that girl, with Emily. Not the Emily, but an Emily. And
Oh, I know. I went to high school with them. They
so
sat at that table, and I
irritating.
sat at the other one because they wouldn't let me
uh-huh.
sit with them because I
No,
was scared.
I wouldn't
you
want
wanna
to
sit
sit with them.
wow.
No, but I'm serious.
In unison.
Why would you? I watch
Because
your
they
ice
had
cream.
power, man. They could protect me
Power?
walking down that street.
Oh, who gives a crap?
You had way more
They
power
had
than
claws.
me.
Again,
I did
her.
have-
I
I
just
was
go.
powerful
Would you
kid in high
somebody please metaphorically slap her?
Or
Oh, she'll get slapped. She will.
She's-
And
I'm
just
sure
going,
she's been slapped.
please.
She even said it. She was like, I know phony.
I know, phony.
I know phony.
Exactly.
I
She
kill
is
phony. I eat
completely
phony for
phony.
breakfast. So
Oh
Emily,
my God,
thank you very
get
much.
Get off the screen.
Alex?
See, I would like her if she didn't have bad attitude. Alex.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
Alex.
Her
your
attitude's
opinion.
going to be her downfall. Alex, yeah, he's wonderful. He's amazing. That's it.
Wait, I'm forgetting who Alex is. Is that bad? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Is that
you're
bad?
calling up
I'm
my
hosting the
grill.
show. Wait.
Alex won.
Oh, Alex!
You love
I think
Alex.
it's because I don't think Alex is a good enough name for what he is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're that, I wouldn't be called Alex.
Alexander
like,
the Great would be.
Yeah, and
Anywhere,
then-
Alexandra.
Let's just call him Alexander. the
Alejandro.
Great.
Like, I would do something. You know, I would take a stage name. Alex?
Yanni.
Yanni? You think Alex is Yanni? Beyonce would literally watch that and go, I can't hit any of those notes. Jennifer Hudson would call him up for vocal lessons. I think he's so good. He's an amazing singer.
He's totally amazing.
As a character, he could play Amber Riley's brother. Two big black singers.
There you go.
He's gay. She's
Not.
a girl. Fabulous. I see. They could take, that to me is interesting. That to me is Alex could be a great character on this show.
All right.
Yes.
Is there enough room for more gay characters? Could
not-
they make
well, he's
Glee
kinda
any
big.
gayer? He's kind of
Yes.
big.
Yes, they could make it gayer.
They could make it gayer.
Well, 'cause,
but
you know-
Patti LuPone's coming back later next season. Patti LuPone, she's an actress. She's.
I know who
she's
Patti
done- Oh,
LuPone
you do?
is.
Okay, sure. Her and Idina have
Evita,
done.
thank you.
Okay, wow.
I have
dropping
a-
titles.
background,
I
writing
have a theater
background.
background.
Okay.
I've done
I'm
my
just
fair
calling you out.
share of musicals,
it's
my
because
friend.
Of Idina. Okay,
Please.
I'm just running with this.
I've done dinner theater.
I'm saying on trains.
I have lip sunk. Lip sunk.
Lip sunk. I have lip sunk to shit
That's
out
how
of
bad
this
I am. I don't even pronounce it right.
The love bone.
And
Okay,
Lindsay. And then
Alex.
moving on. Yeah.
And then Lindsay.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a great singer though. Out of that whole crew,
Yeah,
Alex
I-
takes it amazing because he love in the sands. He went way up.
He went what?
That was me
I'm sorry,
trying to.
Go ahead. Try it
I'm not
again.
saying trying.
yeah.
Oh no. Like you have to pay to hear me sing. It's a thing. My
belie-
agent.
I believe
tells me
after I
it
heard
is-
you sing, I'd be paying then.
Oh.
Ooh, brutal.
Ow, damn,
Ow.
John. Nothing's
Damn.
interesting to John.
I won't be coming
Hello.
back. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It was nice
He
to
won't
talk
be
to
coming
you.
back.
I will not be.
Anyways, so Idina picks Alex. We go and they announce that they're going to do this music video for Twisted Sisters. We're not going to take it. The premise being Alex, because he's got the featured moment, is picked on in the lunchroom. Love lunchroom scenes. Status Quo from High School Musical. Classic.
Thank you, Jesse.
Good beat. Thank you, Justin. Take it.
You just keep going, man. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying
Anymore.
that way more than I enjoyed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I know the Jay-Z remix to this too. All right, that's good, Jessica. Thank you. Take it down now. Calm down. Jesse, you're going wrong. This is our life. I'm throwing Stop it. We're not gonna take it.
He has all the power.
Tammy's shaking, Sean, of course.
Yeah.
So they're doing the music video.
That was me just cutting the mic off.
You actually cut me up. I
Yeah.
was like, something's
I'm telling
wrong with
you.
my microphone.
Pat, that man has all the power.
You've never
Seriously, endear yourself to Jesse.
Welcome.
I'm
to
sorry. I'm
AfterBuzz.
acting
This
like
is
Emily.
Jesse's world.
I'm acting like Emily. I'm sorry. I know phony, and you're phony. Where are we? So the music video.
Yeah, music
So
video.
they're
Alex, you were telling it. Alex is the
choreography,
lead in the
Alex is the
video.
The dream sequence, and then they are like glam rock. Certain people did really well in it, looked awesome, were awesome, performed well. What did you actually think of the music video? Because I don't know.
It's horrible.
It was. I think it's a good idea.
It's a great idea, but it was.
But what was the like?
The editing was so. It's like what?
Well, you know what I
you
think?
missed
What
those
was the- what
shots.
was the
I
lighting
You
think
missed the
the-
moments.
Lighting
I
your
think the-
camera.
I think the choreography was actually bad. I think they probably messed up on the choreography, and
Yes.
that dictated the editing.
That's
Because
what I
there were
think.
all these fast
That's
shots
what I'm
going through, and I
saying.
thought they screwed up. I could tell because there were
Yeah.
a couple of times where they were supposed to be like,
Our performers-
sequences going,
Yeah.
and it didn't happen.
But the
Our
editing was-
performers missed. Because otherwise they would have put it on the screen.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't get it. And having been in the editing room many times, they went to something else because we didn't get what we
thing is,
needed.
the editing was kind of saved by those pads because there were
Yeah.
some good, little montage moments. When
Yeah,
they each were
they
playing
had a
little
few
Like
things,
when
yeah.
I think McKinley, when she like spit the water, was actually like that was a
But
good,
they had to
cool
use it
rock star
twice.
shot.
It
Yeah.
was
They
only.
did
It was
have to
only.
use twice.
Right.
Because
Oh,
how
good
did they
question.
light that music video? Because it felt to me very.
Well,
what
it
they
was-
should have
They
done.
had some 80s kind of weird.
No, I think
thing
they
going
shot
on
it. They
there.
didn't like use real studio light because it was shot in the same with the same kind of lighting as the show itself. And reality show lighting is basically like natural or neutral.
Right.
And
When
then
they're
the
on stage.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking
in
about
the
when you see
glamour
the
part.
final. No, I'm talking about the whole final project, including the cafeteria. They didn't light it, so when you saw it, it didn't look visually any different than the show itself. When a music video, when you see a music video,
I thought I saw a different look to it. I don't
like color,
recall
it
now.
wasn't color corrected differently. It wasn't.
Yeah, it looked a little
That to me,
undone,
To
unfinished.
me, as an aesthetic, it didn't look like a music video. I think the show, if it could do better,
Yeah.
is take those moments and make them. What
Yeah,
they
they
really
should have
are,
made it its
you know?
own thing. It's.
but I
standard
think they
on-
don't need to. I mean, from the standpoint of budget,
Yeah.
they're like,
Well,
you
it's
know
a
what?
fun.
It's not like it's going to actually be a music video. It's
But
going to
how
be seen
hard-
over.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Especially
but
to
I think-
just
I mean,
put
how
a
hard is
small
it to
little
light it
effect on
differently?
there.
Yeah.
Would have been all right.
That-
You could have done
and
an
that was
after
my,
effect.
That was my big dislike of it because I wanted it. I was like, oh, this is so exciting. They're gonna take us in this like.
Yeah, it just looked
music
it looked
video.
unfinished.
It looked exactly like the rest of the way the rest of the show was shot, which reality television isn't shot brilliantly. Sorry, my own director's qualm. But the performance was really fun. People who did well. People who didn't do well. My least favorite was Pretty Girl.
Marissa?
Kinley.
Marissa.
Oh, Marissa.
Marissa, I thought was boring.
Yeah, boring for sure.
And I don't think she sounded that great or looked that great. She's the prettiest one on
Yeah.
there.
I don't remember her. So
I was
that's-
Exactly.
that-
you know?
I
Gotta
thought
say something.
Ellis was surprisingly
I thought
good.
Ellis was good.
Yeah, I was
I
surprised
thought
by
Ellis
that.
was quite good.
Yeah.
And little drama,
With the kiss.
Lindsay calls out.
And the kiss.
So Ellis is up there. Ellis is the little tiny jazz singer, and Lindsay's the diva. Want to be Idina. Diva want to be Idina. I love that. It should be a Twitter name. And Ellis, they say, Ellis, you're gonna actually kiss this jock in the music video. And Ellis, in confessional, is like, I've never kissed somebody. And then Lindsay's like, how was your first kiss? What would I have done in that moment? I would have been like, oh, first kiss? I don't know. I really don't know what I would do because I didn't come up with anything. What would you have done? What was your first kiss? Have you been kissed?
I'm
Luscious.
still waiting for it.
Oh, Tammy and John are looking at each other. It's getting awkward. Jessica, come over here and kiss me. But I thought Lindsay was a little brat there.
Oh,
Because that's
horrible.
Yeah,
embarrassing.
she's
You
stirring
never-
it up, yeah.
It's funny, or I would ask on the side, like among friends.
Yeah, but
in
you
front of
yell it
everybody,
across the-
Clearly,
yeah.
clearly,
Yeah,
Ellis
it's
is not
just
the most confident out of them
savvy,
all.
yeah.
I liked her response. She goes, "It's not my first kiss." And then in confessional, she's like, "Yeah,
It was
totally
my first kiss.
I've never kissed anybody. I've kissed my mouth. I've kissed my hand and my pillow."
Yeah, my pillow.
But yeah, screw Lindsay. That just made me
You
be
should have
like,
said,
I
ask your
hate.
dad.
I feel like Lindsay, if she got this, would walk onto the set and think she's as good as Lea Michele. Mm-hmm. But Lea Michelle's put in a few years, won a tone. No, she hasn't. Won a
She
tone.
may think that, but
You may think that.
Yeah,
You may put it on in the character in the script, but you don't act that way.
No.
Do you, chops? So anyway, so Ellis was quite good. I'm sad that they actually put her in the bottom and I'm sad. by
yeah, but
the
they
end
they
result.
aren't doing it just on the video. They're doing it. They say they're
Well, the dancing,
paying attention the whole
dancing was
the
dreadful.
whole
She's
week
not
of
gonna
whatever
make it in
they're
the show
doing.
if she can't.
Yeah,
Do-
and
do
they're looking
basic
at your
work.
attitude.
It was like jazz squares right and left. Come on.
Yeah, and she can't even
I did
move.
jazz
I mean,
square
she
out
didn't have
out of the womb. They're like, "Can you do a backflip?" And I was like, "Can I do a tumble? Can I do more?" Set the bar. You're not even.
no, go
John's
ahead.
just
I'm
kinda
waiting for you to
smiling.
do it. I would love to see it.
If I want
There's
plugged
no
in right
room
now,
in here.
All right.
I make room. So Ellis, blah blah blah. Hannah, I loved. Hannah, big girl,
Hannah.
strutting it down with a
All
big
right,
yeah.
like furry Muppet jacket or something.
Yeah.
But
And
Yeah.
the corset.
I loved her.
She was
You
great.
know, that was fun. I have a thing for Hannah. I don't know.
Obviously, yeah. You like the.
I don't know.
You say you like the big girl.
I
There you
I
go.
don't know. It's just I like her a lot. I just feel for her. Anyways.
And Cameron did his nice.
Cameron was out. Cameron and Sam were the two who hit the character of and Alex. Those three, I think, were the stars of the music video.
Okay.
Alex, who had the featured,
Right.
amazing vocals, looked fabulous when he was working the runway. I was like, this kid was born to perform.
Yeah, I thought he missed though because he got great input about how to start out the song. Start out with the hurt and pain and the anger that you've got. And I thought he missed that in the opening. He had a perfect moment to have that.
That tends to be the complaint about a lot of the bigger, more powerful singers is that they just belt it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
don't know
They
levels.
just go. I don't know if you watched The Voice, but like Javier on The Voice, who's the best singer on The Voice. No one.
Nope.
Their complaint about him is that he can hit every note in the world, and he does it in every song, and like that gets boring.
Right.
Even Christina
'Cause you can't
Aguilera
bring
can
it
hit
to
every
it.
note, but she builds.
Yep.
So yeah, but Alex was amazing. He was amazing. Cameron was just so cool without being cool at all. How are you not jamming to this, man?
He doesn't get it. He
I just
how do
haven't
you
seen
not
it.
jam
I'm not.
yourself?
I don't see the cool. I'm not. First of all,
You don't
I
see
think he's
the
a
cool.
fine guy.
He's thrown into like the mob.
Yeah.
He's just like rocking it out. I was like,
Yeah, it didn't. It looks. It doesn't look cool. For me,
What
it
do
looks.
you know about cool?
It,
I'm sorry. I'm angry. That you like
know
Cameron.
from cool.
Yeah,
What do you
absolutely.
don't know from cool? That's
he
pretty
just
much
looks.
it.
He looks geeky, but not a bad way. He's awkward, but he self-admitted. Yes, he
I
self-admitted
wish I was a
nerd.
geek that looked
That's
like
what
that
he
in high school.
is, and it doesn't look cool to me. That's what he
Okay.
said. He said himself that he's
I know,
a
he
nerd. I'm
said it.
agreeing what he said.
He's a pretty nerd. What an awful world he lives in.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the guy, but you guys are going like you're going crazy as if there's something I'm going. I don't
just
see
love
that.
Cameron, and that's all it is. He doesn't get
You
it.
thought
That's
he was
cool.
great,
Yeah,
right?
there's,
He looked the part. He looked cool.
I honestly, I thought he was fantastic in the video. The slicked
that,
back
John.
hair, and he just,
face paint.
He
rocked.
He surprises me every time he opens his mouth. He surprises me, and I love that about him.
Loved him. And Samuel with his dreads looked the part. He played it very, very well. McKinley, other than the spitting the water bottle, forgettable.
Here's what I
I was
wrote.
like, what is the point?
I
The
have my
one
little
I
notes. Just real quick, so I'm writing my note. If you look horrible while you're dancing, I will kill you," said the choreographer, and then all I write is Cameron !!
That's
'Cause
all
he was
she got.
amazing in it.
Okay.
That's
He
all
was
she wrote.
amazing in it, yeah.
Murder She Wrote. That's all she wrote. Angela Lansbury. Who did I not like? Little guy, Mateus. Behind
the drummer.
I don't know. Something about him as a performer. I like his voice, and we'll get to like the performance at the end, but I just don't buy into it.
What he
Like
got
Hannah when
that
she's
problem.
strutting.
He has
That's
that
the
problem
thing.
that they
It's
keep
all about
talking
like buying into
Yeah.
the performer. And
It surprises me that they haven't got by now. Especially when they say, "I don't want to look like an idiot." You're supposed to.
right.
You're supposed to be willing
an
to go
actor's
out there
thing.
to
It's
look like an idiot.
Like you don't know
that's what it
you
takes.
look like.
Yeah,
The people
just-
behind the
you're
camera
supposed to-
know what you look like.
Yeah, don't be.
Trust it.
Yeah, and I can't believe, but at this point, they haven't figured out that's not their job to say, to be in the critics' chair going, "I don't want to look like an idiot."
Right.
That's not their job. Their job is to be
and that was
there
Ellis.
and
This was
perform.
Ellis who was complaining while you're on set. And I can understand being really uncomfortable or knowing that you're not good enough at something but to ever complain to the people.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Totally. Or cry in the corner.
Because here's what I wanted to say.
Or
If I was
find a
Ryan
friend,
Murphy, because I've
but-
been having been in situations where I've had to deal with that, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I don't have
I'm-
time for
exactly.
that.
If I'm
I don't have
if I'm the
time for it.
director or if
'Cause
I'm
most
dealing
sets
with,
that you're on-
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care how you feel. Who gives a crap?
No, producers do have to care how they feel.
No, they don't.
As an actor, it is important that they're in a good, you don't fight with
Yeah,
an
you
actor
gotta
before
do
you
your
send them on
job.
set.
You gotta
have
do
to
your job.
Everyone has to do their job, but understand they're the one in front of the camera. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not natural. But that does not mean that you're supposed to cater to it and that
Exactly.
they should be
But
pandering
if
for
I'm
it.
here figuring out who I'm going to hire, who
that's
I'm
the
going to
thing.
work with, I don't really
every
care.
moment is an opportunity. That's what I
Yes.
understand about like Lindsay and Emily with their confessionals. Every moment on this show is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Or some of them like wear awful outfits when they're in the rehearsal hall or don't have their full makeup on. I mean, like,
Are you kidding?
I would have a backpack.
Yeah.
I would have like flipping a face on in a second. You're on TV.
Yeah.
All
Even
the
if this
time.
doesn't
This
work
whole
out, you don't win
thing
this
is an
competition.
audition.
This whole thing is an audition.
Every
This whole thing's
minute
a career.
is.
You're on
Exactly.
TV. You're on a
Shut
national
up.
platform.
Which is another reason why I'm saying, shut up.
I don't know.
What do you get? Who's going to get this opportunity? And you're complaining that you're afraid you might look like an
But
idiot.
I can understand where she came from. Ellis, we're talking about Ellis.
Yeah.
She's complaining
well,
about
so
it.
did Mateus when he was behind the
Yes, he
drums.
did.
That was the thing is like,
It's like,
but I can maybe it's like what you do in that position is either pull aside a director, AD, someone, and be like, hey, I'm not so comfortable with this. Do you think I could try? I have a better idea, or have an
Yeah,
idea.
then
not a
come
better
up with an idea.
Come up with an idea.
Yeah, but
find,
don't just say I
find
feel
your
like
way
an
out.
idiot.
Or because
Well,
then
Ryan
then
Murphy
you're-
said it in the end. He said, "Why am I going to take? Why do I keep telling you can do it when you're telling me you can't?"
Right. Especially for the people who are making the creative parts happen for you. Like your writers. Never hurt your writers. They're the ones who keep you on the show.
If you
So-
don't want to look like an idiot, make sure you don't.
Make sure you don't.
That's it.
Or just be an idiot and own it.
Exactly. I own
Cameron
it. But
was like, oh,
otherwise,
fall, sure.
I would go, shut up. I don't care.
Oh, well. And I understand them all. It's a huge opportunity and huge pressure. I do feel bad and good for all of them. Anyway, so we watched a music video. I complain that it's not interesting enough, but
I didn't think it was interesting enough either.
right. Or shot well enough.
No.
But I think that it was a good idea. I think that actually would be a great
great
scene
idea.
for actual Glee. I love cafeteria scenes. Every cafeteria scene, like Superstar, when Molly Shannon does the everybody dance, greatest moment in that movie. High School Musical, Status Quo. Anyone else? Come on, give me another cafeteria moment. Fame. Like cafeteria, filled with people. It was my dream.
Hot lunch.
To throw it to Idina. To throw it to
Animal
Idina.
House.
What is it? When he popped the
Yeah,
marshmallow.
the whole food fight happened.
Yeah.
I'm just doing
I don't
hot
know.
lunch from
I
Fame.
don't know where you are.
Hot lunch.
Hot lunch from
yeah.
Fame.
No, but it was my dream to bring it to Idina in high school when I would go to sleep and listen to that song, which I would every night. I would dream of performing that in the cafeteria because that's where everybody was. That's where stars are made, in the cafeteria. In high school,
did
like
not
when
know
they
this.
walk, when you're in high school, like there are certain places you can and can't sit, certain like tables of people, like
Yeah.
it is what Mean Girls parodied.
Yes.
Right.
So like if you're able to like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm having a dream sequence.
No, go right
now, but,
ahead.
like
Go.
cafeteria scenes, I think
They're
there's
a
so
big
much
deal.
power in them. Glee has not really taken advantage of cafeteria
That's
scenes.
true.
yet.
I don't know that. Have they ever even had one?
That's the thing about Glee. Glee doesn't actually, like, unlike a lot of other high school
schools,
shows,
yeah.
actually set it in the high school very well.
Right.
Like
It's in a classroom.
Buffy was a high school show.
Yeah.
You knew every hallway. It was like such an environment, and this one doesn't feel like environment. Always feels like a back lot. You know. Mm-hmm. Qualm about the show. So, moving on, we get announced to the bottom three. Tammy, who are the bottom three?
Oh, McKinley, Mateus, and Ellis.
Which do you have any? Do you guys
Well
disagree?
deserved. Nah, well deserved. I
Was
think.
there anyone else who should have been bottom three?
Oh, sure. There was a few that could have been.
Like I would like, but the thing is, I don't think I would like Emily and Lindsay to be cut from the show.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna be cut till way later because they're
No.
good performers.
Yeah. And they make for
You
great
know?
controversy.
Oh, they make great
controversy, so,
TV. But
yeah.
okay, so the three, and then the three are assigned songs. McKinley has to sing Janis Joplin, "Piece of My Heart."
Yep.
Ellis has to sing Frank Sinatra's
Mac the Knife.
"Knack the Knife," and little Mateus sings
Give You Hell.
from the All American Rejects. So let's go piece by piece. Who Ellis is now coming in for a second time into the bottom. So she was
Yeah.
like, "Well, I know this pretty well."
And we kind of
"Shut
we kind of glossed over this a little bit, but that she had the whole crying incident
Yeah.
with
Oh
Lindsay.
yes,
and
with
the,
Lindsay,
you
because
know,
Lindsay
and-
calls her out and says
Right.
like, you
Yeah.
shouldn't. You know what I didn't like about Lindsay there too was Emily was actually trying to make a nice comment. Hey, look, a song. Emily
Janis
was trying to
Joplin.
make a nice comment and say like, "Hey, we should all be careful what we say to people
Yeah.
because it can be perceived in a different way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Lindsay then
threw it
throws
on Ellis.
throws it on Ellis,
And
then
Ellis went, "Oh my
Ellis is
God,
like-
I've got it all over me."
And Alice is like, thanks for always making me feel bad. And then Lindsay goes, "Well, we're just trying, like, using an inclusive pronoun as
Yes,
if, like,
yeah.
no, we're all trying to help you." And it's like, no, Lindsay, you're being the asshole.
Yeah.
Not everybody. You're the one.
Yeah.
Screw her. Screw Lindsay.
The thing that I was thinking of as this was
saying-
all happening was that Ellis just she comes from no all the time.
Jesse, you should be
Alice?
playing Mac the Knife
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
because we're talking about Alice. Thanks.
She comes from no, I can't, I won't, I'm not, you know, all
Right.
of that.
Which
kind of
is
stuff.
good
And
for a character.
She needs to.
Yeah, it
she
could've
needs to
been
come
great.
more
Could be a
from
great character.
possibility.
Yeah.
She
She
doesn't
could have
come
been a
from
great
possibility.
character. Yes, there it is. And Ellis is a jazz singer, and she did well in the song, but in her performance of it, so let's go to performance. She sings Mac the Knife very well vocally. She's a great singer.
Yeah.
And she's a cute character. You know, I feel like she would be a good character, but she lacks so much confidence.
Yeah.
That's why she was cut. Oh, disclaimer. She loses.
And she kind of can't.
Sorry, I thought you watched the episode.
And she can't really move that well.
That was the thing
either.
that was awful.
Well, and that was
she,
shown
like,
in the choreography.
was moving her
Yeah.
hands up and down, and it's like you're a performer. Either if you
She's
don't
a marionette.
if your body, you're not a geisha. It was just
You
like
know, just doing the hand moves.
bad voguing. You know, it was
Yeah.
just it looked uncomfortable to watch and to perform.
Kind of vague.
And I know it was her way of trying to own the
nice.
song. It's like how she wanted to own the song.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have the stage presence. So
No, she doesn't. She
I
doesn't.
completely understand the cut.
And her response when they asked her the question, "What are you going to do if we keep you to
Yeah.
remedy your interpersonal problems?" Well, I'm going to be trying. It was such a lame ass
to me,
answer. I just thought it was.
I think these
it
people
gave
have,
her.
I think
she
these
gave
people
herself
have
away.
to realize that they are casting personalities. They're all talented. They've gotten here because they were talented and they could sing or dance to some degree. But when they ask them questions at the end, that is your biggest Volta opportunity.
It's your monologue.
That is your that's the what you're going to leave them. Because at the end of the day, all three of them were good at the songs or whatever, But it was more about their interview that was like, I like you, I don't like you. And that's all Ryan Murphy and producers have to feel.
And
I like
exactly,
you, I don't like you.
and what Ryan Murphy said at the end of that was she gave this answer, and basically he said, I didn't buy it. I
Right.
didn't buy what she said. I think it was an act.
Yeah, but didn't
You
you
know?
think after
That's your performing. You need to make them laugh or make them
Feel
cry. You need to
something.
take them somewhere, you know?
What,
Every
John?
audition I've ever left, I've always said something as I walk out the room.
you have to
Take that
you know,
down
with
just a little bit.
McKinley's-
It's interrupting our conversation.
Oh!
Thank you, Jesse. Well, after McKinley and the way they were talking about her, I was thinking for sure she was going to be, because what's there? There was nothing there.
There was nothing there. She was bland.
You know, I was
sorry,
kind
I
of
was just-
surprised that Ellis, except for Ellis being, again, having been in those rooms, it would be a pain in the butt to work with somebody who was constantly needing bolstering.
Yeah,
So I
oh
don't have the
God, I
time.
just
It takes
can't.
too much
Television,
energy.
They're flipping a show every week. The kids
Yeah.
sing 6 songs a week. They've
Yeah.
learned the choreography. Like,
Yeah.
they don't have time
Oh my
for you to
God,
be sad.
Ellis, no, really,
And
you're
I don't
awesome.
wanna
You're
have to
so
deal with your
awesome.
They don't have
insecurities.
time to
You're
pamper that, you know?
awesome.
Maybe
Yeah.
your mom does when you go home, but like
Yeah.
on a
they
set,
just don't
you don't
have
have time to pamper that.
So I understood
It's
that,
understandable
but when
with the
I saw
pressure,
that,
but you don't have time.
because McKinley, I'm going, where's McKinley going to go? If she can't show up.
That's the problem. The problem with McKinley is she's a great singer,
Yeah.
but there's no uniqueness to the quality
Yeah.
of her voice in tone. There's
Yeah.
no tone. Like Janis Joplin, tone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's got that throaty, rich sound
Yeah.
that sounds
And
like,
she
you
also
know,
had that look, and because you
she had a
wouldn't-
whole thing.
Yeah,
she had a whole
thing.
persona.
But McKinley, poor thing, she just relied on her
and
talent.
McKinley's and they were like, oh, McKinley's very pretty. She has a pretty face, but she doesn't have a hot body.
Right?
Not to be mean, but like if she were like a model with that face and that voice, then she would, because there would be something defining about her. But she's too normal. Even though she's brilliantly talented, she would be your most talented girl in your high school. But this is a bigger high school than your high school.
40,000 people.
This is McKinley, man. This is McKinley High School with 40 million people watching. 40 million? I made that up. So to McKinley, boring performance.
And that's, you know, they said that. You by far kick the crap out
She
of everybody
came
else
out-
vocally.
Yeah.
And
She
I don't
came
know
out in flats and she was just
I don't
as
know
interesting,
anything about you.
You know?
She didn't sing flat though.
She did not sing flat. She has
Yeah,
a
because
beautiful
as I
voice.
was hearing, I was going to go, boy, that's a pretty voice. And there was a point in the first
And she was a good
third
she
of
was a
it.
good performance.
I thought
Like, it was bad.
I was thinking it was going to kick in. I'm going, God, yeah, she can.
She's going to
and-
take it somewhere.
And then it's like, oh, she.
It wasn't enough to make it interesting or memorable. And every one of the Glee episodes is something about being memorable. If it's a funny line, a Jane Lynch witticism or something, and she wouldn't fit in. Sorry, honey.
Unless she
Unless she
figured out
finds
how to
it.
play
Unless
that
she
thing.
finds
play
something inside of her
the
and
Mr.
makes it roar.
Cellophane, but the Ms. Cellophane or something.
Miss Sullivan. yeah.
Cellophane, that could be great. Yep, that would be my audition song.
And we crossed over Mateus.
And Mateus. So, not a dancer. From All American Rejects. I actually liked the way he performed it.
I did
think
too. I thought it was a
he was-
riot that he forgot the lyrics and then just like kept singing.
he was pitchy in the parts that he was like,
Yeah,
like,
he was.
He was pushing too much, so it didn't sound perfect.
Yeah.
Because All American Rejects has a very good tone to his voice.
Yeah.
Face. Like, keeps very on tone. Mateus kind of struggled there, but
Yeah,
it was the
he
hopping.
struggles
It was
with
the
that.
little leprechaun-y Jack Hopper. I was like, I don't. And they were laughing, except for Ryan Murphy wasn't laughing.
No, I
Ryan Murphy
didn't-
was
yeah.
stoic watching, and the other
Exactly.
two were losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that could either be endearing or just
Annoying.
it didn't work for me. You know, it's not. It didn't annoy. Well, I guess it did annoy me.
It
I was like,
annoyed
I
you,
was like,
yeah.
Well, I
was like,
think there
stand
is-
still.
I
Like,
think- exactly.
I was like, walk cross
Well, I
left,
wanted
cross
her to
right,
look,
do
take all
center.
that energy, and just stand there.
Channel it.
And
It
exactly.
was like, I'm hopping on one leg, I lost the other leg. It looked like
They're magically
quadriplegic, you
delicious.
know? Huh?
They're magically delicious. That's what
I love it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I didn't know if you heard.
Oh
it,
yeah,
that's what I said.
yeah.
But that's what I was thinking. I was like, would you just calm them down?
Well, I mean, but I liked that he was pushing. You know, out of all of them, he went somewhere.
Yes, he
You know,
did.
He went far.
He did. He did. But I think there's just dissonance with him. He's not
Braces the hair on the
confident
bottom.
enough. He does still need a little bit of the bolstering.
Loved
He's
Ryan Murphy's
Yes.
idea though. When Ryan Murphy was like, you would be a great character if you walked into the room at 4'9" and said, "I could sleep with any girl in this room." Because that would be very interesting.
That's interesting.
But he's not that. Though he is when he does like the backflips on the couches. I know that he's a good performer.
yeah, do you think it's fear? What do you think?
I think
because it's
I think
somewhere in
inherent.
there.
I think it's innate awkwardness. I think innately his body moves
and he
awkwardly.
fights it.
And
And that's the dissonance I'm talking
I don't
about.
think you can relate to it. Like the Jack Hopper dance move, it was not endearing or funny. It was kind of like you wanted to help fix it. You wanted to be like, why don't I help?
Why did it work with
choreograph this?
Cameron?
Huh?
Because Cameron was just as awkward, if you ask me.
Because Cameron, I think it's very unique about his whole. To him, I think it's a persona.
I think
There's
what
a
it
gimmick
is
and there's a
Cameron doesn't fight it, and Mateus fights it.
Mateus fights it.
Mateus
Mateus wants to be better than he is.
He wants to be taller than 4'9".
He wants to be a dancer. He wants, whereas Alex, big black and gay, and is like, everyone's gonna know, everyone's gonna love it. Oprah birthed me. Like, you know, he has all the confidence in the world, and Mateus is kind of like awkwardly Trump, and he's talented, but doesn't understand himself well enough.
Yeah, I think
to take it on.
I think that's it.
And vulnerability is fun to watch, to see when a character breaks, but seeing it all the time isn't good, isn't interesting. You know,
It's uncomfortable.
it's uncomfortable. That's John. You're taking this in.
Yeah, I'm listening
You're
to what
really,
you said.
yeah. Well, thank you. That's so nice of you. Do you have an opinion about what I said?
I think that's an interesting take on it. And I'm just mulling it over. I'm going, okay.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, great. I can handle that.
Good, thank you.
I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Mateus he's gonna end up in the bottom again if he doesn't have a breakthrough as well.
If a breakthrough, that's what he needs. Because like he's got the image, which is unique.
For me, it
Those
came down
braces
to
will
what
come off
Ryan.
eventually, you know.
Yeah.
It came down to what they were saying was that a lot of them right now are still trying to perform to what they think
What
That's
they
right.
think.
they should be,
Yep.
and rather than just be who they are.
And I can understand the struggle of it. I mean, again, we're criticizing kids
Right.
my age, performing on a huge
Yeah.
level. Like that's so intimidating.
But are they? I wonder because we're seeing all the background stuff. We're seeing the confessionals by Ryan Murphy and Ulrich, who are doing the casting. Are they really being given the information of that? That they're looking for a character, they're looking for flaws and interesting. Or are these kids being given the "I need to be perfect" message? I mean,
Well, I think
don't
I think all
anyone's
along
giving them
they've
the
had that,
message.
but I think all along they feel like they have to be better than everybody else. They have to perform better.
Well, that's
they have
like-
to be. That's what
that's
you
the
grow up
nature of
with.
auditions.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know?
And now I think what they're having a hard time getting through is stop
Embrace-
that. It's
embrace.
The
I think-
authentic,
I think it's
the authentic
also-
thing that they're not
Embrace your flaws.
embracing is just who they are. Just what are you at the core?
I
so
think
that
what they
you
have
can
to
be inspired
realize
by
is the
that.
creative part of the job as an actor on that show. You know, they're not handed scripts. They're
Right.
inspiring the scripts to be made.
Right.
You know, you can tell like none of them have been in a writer's room
Right.
or have seen what it's like
But
to
that's my
see a
point.
producer.
Are these kids getting that message? I know the bottom 3 guys are
Well-
because they're being talked
Oh,
to
the
by
rest of
Ryan
them?
Murphy, but are the rest of them hearing that
Well,
as the things go on, or do you only learn that
Idina
once you're in the
said
bottom 3? And you're like, oh my God.
theatricality is authentic.
Yeah.
You're being your authentic self. She
Yeah.
said that specifically
Yes,
to
she did.
Alex. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they do.
I think they can. I think they understand. What.
I mean, I really
But it's
to me.
Well, then they're having a
obvious-
struggle with
it's
it.
understandable the struggle.
I can't help but think,
because I mean
you're
they're right
in
in
this
front of you. You
group-
want them to be happy with what you're doing.
Yes.
All you have to do is look who you're amongst. Look at all those people.
Look at
They're not your quote
not a crew sitting at the same
traditional
table.
people that you would see on screen.
They're also
on
different.
stage or screen.
Yeah.
So obviously they want something unique and different,
Right.
and that's why you're here. You
I
got
think-
picked
I think
because
they
of
don't
something
realize-
Mateus still
about
wants
you.
to be 6 feet tall.
I think, but I don't
and-
think. I think they don't realize how much the unique thing is important. That's you know, they're trying to kind of fit in with each other, whereas they need to be like, I'm this.
Is that your
I'm
point?
the black girl.
Thank you for validating that.
Look at the
That's
show.
exactly
It's
what
like
I was doing.
I'm
Yeah.
the gay one.
Right.
I'm the this one. You
Right.
know.
Well,
Not
hopefully
to
they'll
be
now
so
start
to
to
embrace
get it,
your
so that there
archetype.
will be breakthroughs
Yeah.
and that they'll
They'll find
be
their
able
way
to
as a
do-
character.
Mhm.
Is
And if they
McKinley's going to
won't-
be cut soon enough. So quickly, why don't we predict who we think will absolutely be cut in the coming weeks, if not the coming episode. The next episode, they're doing a vulnerable one where they have to be in Universal City Walk, which is not too far from where we are.
Yeah.
Where they have to stand with a sign on them that says what they're the most insecure about. And we see Marissa cries because on
We don't know
it
why.
it says like,
Ginger.
I'm hungry or something. I don't know. Like, oh, that was mean. But quickly, who do you think, out of all the characters, choose your 3 that you would write onto the show, and the 3 you would absolutely write out?
Oh, God. Okay.
Well, I think Lindsay and Emily are going to have problems being vulnerable.
Yeah.
'Cause
I do too. I could see
think all
Emily-
this crap they do
Emily's
is for
gonna
show.
go,
They don't
I'm-
want to show them.
Her
their real
card is going to
self.
say something, I'm too fabulous. You know, that's
Yes,
what
yeah.
her card's going to
nonsense
say.
like
That's going to be
that.
her vulnerability, which is such crap.
Yep.
So
So who are the 3 that you want to write into the show?
Cameron,
Yeah. It's hard.
Alex, for sure.
Yeah.
And I know you're not going to like this one, but I'm going to say Mateus, provided he
You're right.
he makes that.
Provided he makes that
Provided
turn.
he makes the turn.
If he
I
makes
can
the turn.
see why, but
Yeah.
Okay, John, you?
At this point, I really don't have any of them that I would go, gosh, I would watch them.
Really?
Really,
Not any.
not one of them that I would go, yeah, there's somebody I'll tune
that
in
is
for.
sad.
I just realized I didn't name any girls, and that makes me sad.
You know, but I'm actually going through my list, and I can't think of a girl that I really want on the show. Okay, so my top 3 are, I absolutely think that Alex should be on this show. Vocally, he will be one of the most impressive singers that they have, and he's an amazing character. Could be written in a million different ways. Cameron should absolutely be on the show. He's adorable, heartthrob, 12-year-old teenagers across America will love him.
Who rule the world?
He'll become a star overnight. And he's got that Robert Pattinson awkward, cute white boy thing, which I think will take him very far.
Okay.
And he's a good singer.
And your
then the
third one?
last spot, it's either it's Hannah.
That was where I was. I was
My
potentially
difficulty
going
is
there.
Ashley Fink is already on the show. But all right, until they cast me on the show, this is Pat Lambert, and you're here with Tammy and John for
Tamara
Glee.
and John.
Tamara, sorry. With the Glee Project. We will see you next week for the next episode.
Gonna be fantastic.
Cutthroat world up there.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.